All right. Good evening, Dennis. Hello. I have, so I think I've said this before in front of you. It's been recent. I have been restraining myself from buying any whiskey. I know it seems weird because I have a lot of this stuff from all over the world that I'm still drinking. I've been incredibly depressed. Incredibly depressed because I've been out of whiskey. I've been drinking like this rum from Brazil. Tonight, I was like, I don't want to drink it. I'm going to find something else that I have. And back stashed behind some of the other stuff, I totally forgot I had this. Proper 12 apple. It's kind of gross. It's gross, but it's whiskey. So I'm happy. Hello. Welcome to the old God's Meadery. Yeah, I'm trying to, minimize what I have on hand because it's ridiculous. Because for pretty much all of 2023, I would buy a bottle of something and I would drink a little bit of it. Hi, Scott. I'm so glad to see you. Um, I would have like a little bit for like a tasting, and then I would just put it on my shelf. There's a lot of stuff that I'm not looking forward to. I'm probably gonna like take it over to a friend's house or something, hide it in their liquor cabinet, and just be like, "Oh, where did that come from? What do you mean you have this gallon bottle of Hope vodka from France or something? I don't know where it's from." So I don't think I've ever had the regular. Um, this was more gimmicky. Obviously, is why I got it. Um, that has to do with like, do you like Conor McGregor or not? I know he's Irish. He's a phenomenal fighter. A little mouthy. He's a little mouthy. He tends to like deter fan base that way. But if he can look past that, maybe it's a good whiskey. I don't know. I can look past it. I don't care if he's mouthy or not. The best way to do I raise my kids not to be bullies, but I also raise them to deal with bullies. So it's gonna happen. You can't extinguish bullies. You just can't. They're gonna be there. So yeah, you've been busy, dude. Busy, which is good. I'm happy for you. We want to catch up though. We gotta catch up soon. It's been too long. Gotta catch up soon. But anyway, I don't have a little ticker like usual. So I don't know who's here. I don't know if that feature was taken away or what, but I don't have a ticker on like audience count. Do you guys see one? I don't see one. Because I know it's at least two of you here. The next crazy mead I wish to make. That's from the YouTube side. I make a crazy one every single Saturday. So this coming Saturday is my last USA mead. It is week 3 in a row of USA meads. It is inspired by the good old USA. And then my categories completely switch over. I've got a lot of videos that I'm prepping for to get ready for early next week. Tonight we're going to be racking Dennis's blueberry ginger mead though. So, but stay tuned. This Saturday it's going to be a really cool mead. You'll see some teaser videos come out probably Friday. Where I'll slip some hints in there so you guys can guess. But it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. I see the ticker on YouTube. There's no ticker on TikTok though. Hello, good evening. Welcome to the Old God's Meadery. Every Wednesday I go live to show you a different step of my mead making process live. Tonight, we're going to be racking some mead here in about 11 minutes. I'm going to get started about 9 o'clock. The whole process will take less than 10 minutes. Don't worry, it's going to be awesome. You're going to love it. So, stay tuned. It's going to be awesome. Oh, well, thank you. Good evening. Hello, hello, hello. It should be a lot of fun. Oh, the ticker is there now. I see the ticker now. Maybe it has to cross a threshold. I don't know. Welcome to the Old Gods Meadery. I do this every Wednesday. I show you different steps of the mead making process. This Wednesday, we're going to be racking mead. Next week, we're going to be bottling mead. So stay tuned. Should be a lot of fun. And then every single Saturday, if you're new to what I do, every single Saturday, I come out with a brand new batch of mead. I have never missed a Saturday, and I have never replicated a recipe. Every single one is brand new, and it is an experiment. So I'm as surprised as you are every time you see one, except I just know about it beforehand. So stay tuned. Like I said, this coming Saturday is inspired by the USA. It's a good old summer mead. It's wrapping up the summer meads, and then we're kicking off all new categories, and I got a lot to say about it. I'll talk about it another time. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun though. You're gonna love it. So stay tuned. Lots of great meads in your way. I am well into the tail end of fourth quarter, already planning, and then I've got stuff started. I don't know. Obviously, months ahead. I think November-ish, October, November-ish, somewhere in there. So stay tuned. If you want some of my mead, I do not sell it. I'm not licensed to sell, but you do have two ways to access it on the TikTok side. One of them is subscribing on TikTok. It costs you a little bit of money, but it helps support what I do. And I will put up subscriber-only TikTok posts that allow you to choose flavors. If I pick your flavor, goodness gracious, brain freeze. If I pick your flavor, I will tag you across the process, like tonight's is Dennis's, and I will ship you a bottle of it when it's all done. Secondly, there's a pin post on my TikTok side for my upcoming category that starts next Saturday, my pop culture series. I will be doing a very simplistic version of Skyrim with ingredients that you can easily get, and it's incredibly easy to make. I've dummied it down, watered it down, if you will, to make it incredibly easy to make. And then I ran out of ideas, so I put a pin post on the TikTok side for your suggestions. Hello, Too Tall. It's been a very, very long time. Hello. Put a suggestion up in that pin post, and if I pick that, same process. I will tag you across the process, and I will ship you a bottle of it when it's all done. So join the TikTok side if you want some mead. If you're on the YouTube side, just go and watch my playlist. All of the videos are there already. If you're on the TikTok side, I just started a second account. I've linked it a few different places, but you can go and dig that up. All of the meads I've made so far this year are there, and I will add it every Saturday there. So that is my account with just my meads. No other fillers in between. No other mead content, no lives, nothing else. Just the Saturday meads will be there. So a lot to cover. Monitoring exam, like monitoring like the professor monitors things, or like because you're so tall you're looking over other people doing it, or both. I guess you could be doing both of those. Tonight I'm sipping on a little bit of Proper 12 apple. It's alright. It's sweet. I don't like it. But it's what I have. An instructor, nice. I'm assuming you have headphones in then, and they can't hear me. A professor of many things, I imagine. Nope, they can hear me. Hello, class! We gotta get you out of that Jack Daniels stuff, dude. I almost did it earlier today. I almost walked over. I was near the liquor store. I almost got the bottle mixers. But I was like, oh, I promised myself I would. Anyway, not getting into it again. Welcome to the Old Gods Meadery. We're going to have a lot of fun tonight. It's going to be awesome. I do have a hardcore end at 9:30. We're done at 9:30. Don't try to keep me later. I will be back tomorrow morning, though, to see how everything went. Hopefully, I'll be able to repost this on the TikTok side. It will auto-repost on the YouTube side. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying Jack Daniels is bad. It's a great mixer too. Like if you're at a bar and you're like, just give me Jack and Coke. It's easy. It's quick. It's on the inexpensive side. But I also don't mix a lot of drinks. I mean, if I'm out, let me rephrase. If I'm out and I'm like, I have a nice shirt on. Oh, let me get an old fashioned. And then they'll be like, what whiskey do you want? And that puts pressure on me. I always feel pressure. Because usually I'm like, just Bullet. Just put Bullet in it. Because Bullet's usually the one they have the big bottle of, and they're like, whatever, that's the rail kind of stuff. I also don't care. If you're putting it in an old fashioned, I don't care what it is. Mulberry mead. I hope you share lots of videos of that. You can't cheat. See, that's where I disagree with you. You can't do Jack Daniels on the rocks. You can't do that. Don't do that. You deserve better. You deserve better. Angel's Envy is, yeah, I mean, I agree with that. But you're going to pay a little bit more. You're going to pay a little bit more for the Angel's Envy. Oh, we got sidetracked. We should have just had Bourbon Berry here. We could have just joined his live. I will be racking mead here in a little while, even though we're talking about whiskey right now. It's going to be fun. Apple mead. I have done a bunch of different apple meads. Ask me after we rack this in a little while. One of the apple pies is right here in front. You'll see it when I pull the camera away. But yeah, apples are really hard to transfer the flavor over. So my advice, if you're ever going to do an apple mead, is to use apple juice instead of actual apples. I wouldn't say it's not worth it. I say it's more expensive. I missed a lot there. A lot of comments at one time. If it was important, just repeat it. It like scrolled like crazy right there. Yeah, you can't go wrong with a good Sizer mead. The apple pie one is also in my top bunch of favorites. I have a lot of favorites though. It's kind of crazy because I did a top 10. I have it pinned on the TikTok side, and it's obsolete already. I just did that maybe a month ago. It's obsolete already. Spiced apple juice. Yeah, that's how you do it. That's the way to do it. Marin Mary. No, I have not. With apple juice, yeah, you're not gonna go wrong. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. 1 gallon apple juice is what I use. Make sure it's the pure stuff though. If it has any additives at all, the citric acid should be like lemon or something like that, and you're safe. It's gonna be fine. Your last name is Meters? You found your community. I want to know your ancestors. I don't know if you have time machine capabilities. I would like to meet your ancestors. Tastes a bit like sake. I mean, high alcohol content, likely. Probably the yeast you use. Is that a bad thing for you, though, is the question. Yeah, there are lots of ways to balance pHs and test pHs and stuff. You won't see any of that stuff on my channel. Chemistry is for nerds. I like to just dump stuff in the bucket and make alcohol out of it. An old English name, which means it was probably originally Viking, is probably originally Scandinavian, that killed somebody in England and then stole their wife. That's my guess. Should be a lot of fun though. It's almost 9. Let me reintroduce myself. This is so fun. I apologize for getting on a little late. I was having some technical issues on the YouTube side. The app basically had to update, which is weird. But anyway, Welcome to the Old Gods Meadery. Tonight we're going to be racking mead. Just a couple minutes here. I'm going to pull the camera back, rearrange it a little bit, and we're going to be racking mead live. The whole process will take less than 10 minutes. So if you're interested in mead making, this is basically step 2 of the 3 major steps. I will show it to you exactly how I do it every single week. And then I'll give you step-by-step instructions the entire time on how I do it. And then after I'm done, I will rearrange the camera and we'll chit-chat a little bit longer and have a cocktail together. So stay tuned. If you guys are ready, I'm ready. Like I said, I got a hardcore stop at 9:30 tonight-ish. So, if you guys are ready. There is a meters in the Navy, too. Thank you for your service, dude. And thank you, meters. Whoever you are out there. Ready, Freddy. All right, let's do it. All right, I'm going to rearrange the camera. You guys let me know if it's straight or not. When I come back to this side, though, I will be introducing myself like you're not here. So don't be offended. Your camera will be a little bit further away. I will not be reading your comments. So just comment, talk to each other, make fun of each other, make fun of me. I don't care. Whatever. Hit the like button as many times as you can. Get in the algorithm. That's what really helps me out. And it's free for you as long as you don't include Band-Aids for sore fingers as a cost. And then when I'm all done, I will do the same thing. I'll exit like you're not here. But don't go anywhere. I'm running around to grabbing the camera and coming back right where we are right now. So you know the routine. Please hit like as many times, comment a lot, and I will see you on the other side. Skull, thank you so much for letting me be here. I'm very excited about this one. I love blueberries, and I love Dennis. The ginger is the only part I don't know where I'm a little worried about it. It's gonna be. I'm worried it's gonna be too sweet, but we're not gonna know for a while. So, plus it's Dennis's fault if that's the case. So, all right, let's do it. Woo-wee. All right, here we go. I am not. I feel like I measured this stuff out this morning, and I can never get it. Ever, ever, ever. We are too far this way. There we go. Ish. That's ish. That's ish good, right? Oh, Scott's back. Better. Is it better or good? That's pretty good. All right. I'll take it, Evan. Thank you. All right, one last time, Skull. Thank you. I can't see your comments, so. Cross your fingers. I didn't forget anything. I think I'm ready. Let's do it. Welcome to the Old Gods Meadery. Tonight we're racking some mead, which means we're transferring it from our primary, our 2-gallon fermenting bucket, into our 1-gallon glass carboy. The fermentation process has stopped, so our yeast is done eating sugars. So one of two things happened. It either ate all the sugar that was in here, which is doubtful because there's a lot of ginger and blueberry in here, or it hit its alcohol tolerance, which means the yeast can no longer reproduce itself because the alcohol content is so high. So I'm going to remove this airlock and this lid. I'm going to actually come over. We're going to have to rearrange this camera a second time because I want to show you guys what it looks like in here. So hold on, because I guarantee it's going to look beautiful. Guarantee it. If you don't know what mead is, it's the oldest alcoholic beverage in the world. Not gonna lie, it smells weird. But I want you guys to see it. Look. I don't know. I don't know. It's interesting. I love blueberries. If you guys don't know. Oh, now we're really crooked. Good? Good. All right. You guys don't know I love. What is that? That's crazy. The ginger looks like sausages. I love blueberry. It's one of my favorite meads of all time. Historically, has been actually my favorite until I made the elderberry, which is really up there now. So anyway, tonight we're going to be racking mead. So we are going to transfer it using this mini hand pump siphon. This is a very, very easy process. We're basically separating as much as the gunk as possible out into this 1 gallon glass carboy. So we're going to lower this down just a little bit and give it a couple pumps. Because our bucket is raised above our carboy, though, gravity will do a lot of the work here after a few pumps, hopefully, as long as the siphon itself doesn't get clogged with blueberries as it gets a little bit closer. I can tell you already the color is beautiful. You'll see it, if you can't see it already, you'll see it in a couple minutes. It is beautiful. It is beautiful. I cannot decide on the smell. So when you first crack open these buckets, the smell is never going to be the final smell, ever. You're dealing with a lot of yeast. A lot of the time the yeast is dead and it's at the top too. So you're getting a lot, of yeast smell. This is kind of sweet. It's kind of sweet, which I didn't expect. I don't know. We will see. If you don't know what mead is, it's the oldest alcoholic beverage in the world. It's way older than beer and wine. The earliest evidence is over 20,000 years ago in ancient Africa. There's evidence about 10,000 years ago in ancient China. There's evidence in ancient South America and Central America, and of course Northern Europe, where the Vikings traded it, made it super famous, did it better than everybody else. That part is subjective. It's also true. So if you disagree with me, you're wrong. But what that means is your ancestors drank mead. It doesn't matter where you're from or who you are. Your ancestors somewhere down your lineage drank mead. And I think that's awesome. That's something we have in common. Welcome to the Old God's Meadery. I do this every Wednesday. I show you a different step of the mead making process. Racking mead is the most boring step of the process because we're just waiting. When I do this on my Saturday videos, I come out with a brand new batch of mead every single Saturday. It has nothing to do with these Wednesday batches, just an FYI. But you'll see I'll have the carboy dropped actually closer to the floor, so it siphons quite a bit faster with the gravity. But this is going just good. We are just about halfway there, maybe a little bit less. It is still pumping in, and it's looking beautiful. I know you can see it now. It is looking absolutely beautiful. I love it. If you're brand new here, these Wednesday batches are chosen by subscribers on TikTok, and that's it. I will put up in a couple of weeks. I'll be starting a new batch. I will be putting up shortly before that happens a subscriber-only post. So if you want to pick a mead, you have to be able to access that post. If I pick your flavor, I will tag you in the process, give you credit for it, and I will ship you a bottle of it when it's all done on me for free for you. This one belongs to Dennis, who is my good friend here in the comments now. He picked this a few weeks ago, blueberry ginger. So I will be shipping him a bottle of this when it's all done. And I can tell you right now, I don't think it's going to take very long. It's definitely not clear yet, but it's not as cloudy as I've seen before. It's not some like hyper color. It's going to be good. So in a few months we'll be shipping him a bottle of this, and he's going to go live and do a review of it. That's what I heard. Don't quote me, but that's what I heard. If you don't follow Dennis, he's an amazing mead maker. He just started out, and I'm already learning a ton from him. So give Dennis a follow. Like I said, he's there in the comments. And a pretty cool dude, too. He's alright. But you guys all know. I can't tell how many people are in here from here, but there's a great group of mead makers here. And in the most amazing community I've ever been honored to be a part of. So if you're interested in mead making, this is where you should be. Join the Discord. There's a link up in my profile. Our good buddy Scott, who's also here in the comments, created an awesome Discord for you to go and ask lots of questions, share what your ideas, your pictures. There's equipment lists, yeast lists, charts. It's a plethora of mead information. All right, we're getting close. We're getting close. I'm really happy with this color. I'm also really happy with There's not a lot of transfer of like sediment here. This has been almost all liquid. I haven't seen anything crazy fly into there. That's very common for like, you know, chunks of something to be falling in. And I hope I didn't jinx it because we still have a little bit of ways to go. But as of right now, we're in really good shape. I'm waiting for the liquid to hit about the bottom of this knuckle. That will leave me just about the headspace I'm looking for before we re-airlock this. Before I started, everything that you see here that touched meat in any part of the process has been sanitized. That's pretty important. You want to make sure you do that, especially in the primary, but definitely in this racking as well. All right, I'm going to stop the siphon on this side. And what's left in my siphon tube here should be just enough to get up to the bottom of that neck here. This is where I always make a mess on the lives. And you see I have a white towel there, you know, to highlight my flavors. I don't think I got any blueberry on it. All right, now it's easy. Fermenting cap. This is a little screw cap with a hole in it. You can also get the plugs or the corks that plug right in there. Same concept. Also have holes in them. And then I'm using a 3-piece airlock. These are my favorite. They're incredibly easy to clean and very reliable. This little center part goes over that straw in the center, and I'm going to fill this about halfway full of water. That way, if there's any yeast that reactivates or still left in this solution, it can still create a little bit of carbon dioxide and it'll still leak out safely while keeping our mead mold free. And that's it. The one thing left to do is to transfer our, I think this is live batch number 18, Dennis's mead. And we're done. Now we're going to let this sit for a few months until it clarifies. So the yeast that's dissolved in the actual mead here will start to drop, clarifying the top portion of it, and we'll transfer that into bottles when it happens. It'll be on a Wednesday live just like this one. So definitely subscribe on the YouTube side, on the TikTok side. If you haven't already, and maybe you can choose another one. Like I said, Dennis will be getting a bottle of this when it's all done, and every single batch will be chosen by one of you guys. So stay tuned. If you're here right now with me live, I'm going to move the camera back and we'll have a cocktail. If you're watching the record of this, come back next Wednesday. I'll be bottling some mead live. So stay tuned. Thank you so much for letting me be here. And Skull. It's good to see you guys. I'll see y'all soon. All right, we did it. What did I miss? What did I miss? Look at that. Look at Dennis's mead. Look at it. She's beautiful. I'm not gonna lie, she's beautiful. I'm gonna move some of this stuff while you guys decide how good this went. It's good, right? It looks good. Well, thank you for following. I'm here every single Wednesday, and then every Saturday, brand new batch of mead. That has nothing to do with these Wednesday batches. Every single Saturday batch is themed. I'm starting brand new categories, not this Saturday, next Saturday. This Saturday is the last USA mead of my Countries and Cultures meads. And then I'm retiring that category, archiving it. So stay tuned. I've got an amazing midsummer, awesome USA-inspired mead coming this Saturday. What mead will I be bottling next week? I don't know. I'm sorry, Evan. I'll get back to you. I'll get back to you. I don't know. But you'll be getting mead too. Don't worry. That was fun. It's beautiful. The dentist might have done a good job here. Like I said, he's brand new. He's already doing stuff. He sends me texts. He's already doing stuff that's blowing my mind and intimidating me. And I didn't want to admit that to him. But it's true. You got to give credit where credit's due. He's an amazing meme maker already. So give him a follow if you're not following him already. Shame on you. He's right there. Being bashful. But yeah, he's making some really cool stuff. Really cool stuff. And he's going to get a bottle of this mead for being an amazing person and subscribing. I have to be a little selfish at the end of it. And then in a couple months, the beginning of September, 7th and 8th, I'm going to go remote, and we're going to do some lives with Scott. He's going to be drinking some pizza meat along some others live. Hold me to it. Hold me to it, because I'm going to hold him to it. It'll be fun. We will do lots of promotional stuff right beforehand, though. Don't worry. Yeah. Makes me want to vomit. Making two new batches. What should I make? Well, that has a lot to do with what ingredients you have available. It's definitely happening. The people want it, Scott. You have to give the people what they want. On the vomit, I don't know. Who knows? There is. I've learned, because every single batch for me is an experiment. I have no idea. The pizza meat could have aged and could be the best meat of all time now. I have no idea. I'm not drinking it. That's all I know. But it may be amazing. We don't know. We're only gonna know when Scott drinks it. A watermelon mead. So I did one inspired by Ukraine. Ukraine is famous for watermelons, and I had a great time. It did, however, ferment like crazy. If I do another watermelon with watermelon, I would suggest using a little bit less water or a bigger container, because it fermented like crazy, and I underestimated how much water is actually in a watermelon. So it filled like to the brim once it kind of started fermenting. So just an FYI, I forgot to do that. As for like using alternate watermelon flavoring, I would say stay tuned for the future. Maybe I'll have a watermelon variation in the future, is what I'm telling you. Maybe. I don't know. Butterfly pea. Yes, I did one too. It's right here. This is my pea flour. I did this for New Year's of 22 into 23. So this is over a year and a half old now. I put some gold flakes in it. I used too much pea flour though. You see it's like black, right? Like I've seen some stuff, especially on Facebook. There's some really beautiful purples that used a lot less than I did. But look, I put gold flakes in mine. Can you see them? Like gold slogger. But it's like so dark you can barely see it. It's like black. Pea flour is amazing though. You're going to get like amazing color out of it no matter what you do. Worst case scenario, you're going to get a really dark purple. But best case scenario, you're going to get just a beautiful like violet. Like vibrant violet. Watermelon basil. Yep. Yep, that's the way to go. I've put basil on a couple things, including the pizza mead. And yeah. I don't know. Sometimes basil works. Basil and strawberry is another great combination. And if you guys don't follow Jason Savage, please do. He just commented there. If you want to feel better about yourself, he's an amazing motivator. Absolutely amazing motivator. Or if you want to learn anything about Norse, anything, give him a follow. Yes, agreed. Agreed. I need to write that down. Strawberry basil. I appreciate you, sir. I'll do a better job commenting. I can't tell you how many days where I've not wanted to. I haven't been motivated. That you've pushed me a little bit, and I go, God damn it, I got to exercise today because that's my expectation. A Norway mead. I can't wait to see that. That's going to be amazing. Did I swear? I try not to. I'm by no means like the Will Smith of mead makers. Well, maybe more modern Will Smith. I would never smack somebody smaller than me, though, ever. I teach my kids better than that. That's not true. That's not true. If my son punches me, I tap him on the head a little bit. But a stranger, I would never smack a stranger. Unless they were bigger than me. Always punch up. I learned that from Wolverine when I was a small child watching the cartoons. If you pick a fight where the odds are against you, you win either way. Because people expect you to lose, and you stood up to that. So if you lose, you stood up to it. If you win, though, you're a hero. We could send Jason like a gift package of some meads, maybe. A small thank you for helping the whole community move in a good and forward direction. Yeah, you can't. You probably have to punch down sometimes. I'm a very average 5'9". I would have to stand on a step stool to look you in the eyes, and that's not manly at all. Yeah, you guys should definitely go to the movies together. I do not sell mead. I'm not licensed to. It's incredibly difficult to do so on a federal level mostly, but also on state levels. But I do the next best thing. I show you exactly how I do it. Every single Saturday, every step of the process is right there on a video for you, including the recipe itself for free. All of my stuff is free. All of my content is free. Um, so if you see a mead maker out there, I can tell you right now, this community knows them, and if they're a good person, they give you their stuff for free. But if they're not a good person, don't buy their stuff either. We will help you join our Discord. We will help you figure out the recipes, the methods, the equipment, whatever you need. We'll hold your hand until you're ready to do it. Yeah, I mean, so women don't count. Women, maybe this might be controversial. Women can't be bullies. They can't be, because one of two things are happening. One, they're frustrated with you, which means you probably caused it. It's probably your fault. Or second, they're jealous of you, and that's also not your fault. I don't know. My my wife, who I don't know if she's watching now or not because I don't see her. She's short. She's short. I wouldn't say she bullies me. We bully each other. uh, like the Black Widow. She has to calm you down. Pet your face really gently. Hey, that counts. I don't know. I'm gonna stop that conversation there. It's harder for women, right? I mean, it's harder to deal with a bullying woman because a bullying man, you can smack him up. You can smack him up. Be like, no, I'm not gonna deal with you, and you can walk away and sleep really well. I don't think you can do that with a lady. The 2-gallon mix. Are you gonna be doing it live, dude? I hope you be live doing it. I want to watch it. Scott always knows when to change the conversation too. Good night, sir. It was great seeing you. Thank you so much for stopping by. All right, Scott. I'll start advertising it. You let me know for sure when you know for sure. I'll be here though. I will be here. I definitely told you to follow Dennis because he's an amazing upcoming mead maker. But if you want to learn a lot about the history of mead making, Scott is an amazing mentor to all of us. Give Scott a follow if you're not already. Yeah, you'll learn a lot. Every time you watch him, you'll learn something. So I do, and I've known him for a while now, and I still learn something every single time. So, and he's got a pretty cool beard. Not gonna lie, pretty cool beard. It'll be a lot of fun. He'll be live Tuesday, 8:30 p.m. tentatively right now. Andy has a high dropper. Where can you buy good meat? So I typically have all that stuff like within arm's reach. I don't right now. If you go to the Discord, if you're a fan of Discord, Scott created an awesome Discord. He's got there's a link in his profile directly and a link in my link tree up top. There is a commercial mead channel that he put in there of all of the great meaderies that we've heard about during these lives. He diligently adds meaderies to there that ship to most of the states. Most of them ship to all the states in the United States, at least the continental 48. But my favorite is from a place, if you want to write this down, it's from a place called Linganore Wine Cellars. It's out of Frederick, Maryland, or Mount Airy, Maryland, one of those two cities. They make a lot of great wines. They make one mead called Medieval Mead. If you just type in Medieval Mead, they'll probably be your top search anyway. Linganore Wine Cellars. They supply the Maryland Renaissance Festival with mead exclusively every year. So if you've ever been to that Renaissance Festival and you've drinking mead, it's theirs. But it's great, and it's like $15 a bottle. Like, you can't beat it. You'll have to pay shipping depending on where you live. But you can't beat it. It's a great introduction to mead. It's sweet mead. It's just honey based. There's no gimmicks to it. It's just literally honey wine. You can't go wrong. Linganore Wine Cellars. Oh, that's cool that they emailed you. So they are changing their bottles. So if you jump in quickly, you'll get. Let me grab it so I can show you. Because I have it. I'll grab a couple. I'll show you three. So this is the one I was talking about. This is the Linganore Wine Cellars Medieval Mead. It's fantastic. They are changing this label. Dennis found that out because he was ordering this after we were talking about it one day. And there's two variations of it on their website. They're changing this label. So they're going to be their older label. If you want a collector's item, order this now. It's like $15. You cannot beat this mead. It's the best buck mead that you can get. You cannot beat this price. This is another one that's spreading like crazy. I actually read quite a bit about this. This is from a company called Bunranty in Ireland. You can buy this in liquor stores all over the place now. I've seen it in multiple states on their websites. However, I did learn this. If you're like, a snob, technically not a mead. It's a white wine that they back sweeten with honey. So they advertise it as mead, and you guys know better than anybody. I don't care what you call it. If it's awesome, I think you should call it whatever you want. But this is another good mead. It's also sweet. And then the most popular one you'll ever see out there is from a company called Danks out of Denmark. You cannot order this online unless you get it like shipping from your local liquor store. But Total Wines carry this. There's Total Wines everywhere. But your local liquor store, if it's big enough, probably has a variation of this. This is Viking Blood. Probably the most famous commercial mead out there. Like I said, it's from a company called Danks in Denmark. The Viking Blood is their most popular flavor. It is a dried hibiscus and ginger. It's also a sweet to semi-sweet mead, so it's right in between, I think. It's a little bit cloudy if you pour it out. So they don't do a lot of clarifying there, obviously, but a really great introduction mead. It costs you a little bit more, though. These bottles run upwards of $30. Hopefully I answered that in great detail. So. Anyways, I gotta start wrapping it up, guys. I got a lot to do. I gotta clean these buckets. And I've got a lot of stuff to do first thing tomorrow morning. I will be back 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, though, drinking some coffee and seeing what you guys thought of tonight's live. Also to advertise this coming Saturday. You don't need to do the Discord. You can shoot me a direct message or shoot Scott a direct message. We'll answer anything you need. I know I want to stay. I have a hard deadline. Hard deadline. I have to do something after this. What else? I'll be back tomorrow morning. So get up, set your alarm, 7 o'clock. If you're not getting up for like whatever, work or whatever, set your alarm and come chat with me. You can lay in your bed. I don't even care if you're naked or not. That's up to you. You don't have to put pants on to talk to me. We'll have a good time though. Well, it sounded weird when I said that right after that statement. But I'll be drinking some coffee. Hi, Rogue. I hadn't seen you. Yeah, pants are optional. I'll be wearing some, but they're optional for you. I'll be back 7 o'clock. It'll be fun. And yeah, this Saturday is, I'm so excited. It's the last mead of like this generation of meads in my brain. I'm still coming out with a brand new mead every single Saturday. Every single Saturday. You made it, but we're wrapping up. Hopefully I can repost this portion of the video tomorrow. We'll see. It'll be on YouTube, worst case scenario, because they auto repost the whole thing. Saturday's mead is the last of this schedule. I'm so excited. It's the last of 3 USA meads in a row, too. I'll put some hints out on Friday of what it could be, but good luck guessing. But I'm really excited about it. It's going to be amazing. And then my new schedule starts. So the Saturday after that, it's going to be your Skyrim mead. It's the first of the pop culture meads. If you don't know about the pop culture meads, on the TikTok side, I have a pin post. So jump in the pin post if you've been influenced by anything pop culture. Video games, TV shows, movies, songs, bands, whatever it is. Put a suggestion in that pin post. All I need is a title. If you have some suggestions on flavors, that'd be great too. But all I need is something that inspired you. I will use that to inspire me. I will tag you across the process if I pick your inspiration. And I will ship you a bottle of it when it's all done on me. I can tell you that there is maybe 1 or 2 or 3 of people that have suggested stuff already that are here in the comments now that will be getting mead in the future. So, and a couple of them I'm incredibly excited about. So, I can't wait. That pop culture series is going to be so much fun for me. But you have to put a comment up there in the pin post. And I am not against giving or picking. I'm picking my favorites. So if you suggest like 2 things that are awesome, you're gonna get 2 bottles of mead on me. Since I'm paying for shipping, I don't care. I don't care if it's fair or not. Pick awesome stuff, and I will pick your suggestions. So come up with some great ideas, and I'll ship you some mead on me. What else? The other 3 categories, my holiday is staying. That's the only category staying, but it's not. I don't have any holiday meads until September, where I have 2 really amazing holidays. So stay tuned. You're going to love those. Especially one of those 2. But the other categories, I'm doing the 13 colonies. So I'm kicking that off with Virginia in a couple weeks. That'll be a lot of fun. And then the Norse gods and goddesses is going to be the 4th category. You're going to love it. Kicking that off with the goddess Freya. So you guys will see those those categories rotate, those 4 categories eventually, but right now just those 3 until September. I'm so incredibly excited to show you guys. I've been sneaking you guys hints this entire time, because you guys know I've been really excited about it. This foundation was from this community, so coming up with these ideas was you guys. And now it's all coming to life starting next week. So this Saturday, I'm not talking about it anymore. This Saturday is your last of my current Countries and Cultures mead. It is the last USA mead, inspired by the USA. Last country mead that is inspired by any country, but it is the USA. You're going to have a lot of fun with it. And yeah, I'll see you guys all real soon. Thank you so much for letting me be here. Please subscribe if you're not already. That's another way you get Mead. I'll put a subscriber only post up in just under 2 weeks. I'll be starting a new batch here on a Wednesday live. And whoever chooses that, or whoever picks a really awesome flavor, I will ship you a bottle of that as well when it's all done. This one, oh, thank you. That's cool. This one belongs to Dennis. So, thank you, Dennis, for this amazing suggestion. Your blueberry ginger mead. I'm incredibly excited to try this myself, but I will be shipping you a bottle so you can try it when it's all done. So, it'll be a lot of fun. Have an amazing night, guys. Thank you again so much for letting me be here. I can't wait to show you what I have in store. I'll see you guys out real soon. I'll be back tomorrow morning live. I'll shoot you an amazing mead on Saturday, and then I'll be live once again Sunday morning, 7 a.m., to see what you guys thought of it. So stay tuned. I'll talk to you guys all real soon. Thank you so much. Skull, I love you guys.